Welcome to season 2 of the Outliving My Diagnosis video diary series. I've been watching my vlog series, my video diary series, like all night tonight. They're long episodes, so I've just been spending my time with it. And I also have chicken nuggets. Look at that. Watching my own content just reminds me what I'm passionate about and like why I enjoy doing what I'm doing. And I feel like just life can help me forget that sometimes, like the stresses of life and all that kind of stuff. So I want to get back into it like really bad. I'm not going to put a day of the week that I'm going to post this every single week. I feel like that only kind of constricts me and makes me feel like, oh, if I miss the episode, then I can't finish it or edit it. I'm just going to go with the flow, record whenever I want to record, and whenever I have the energy, I'm going to edit and do the work and then be patient with myself whenever I can't. I really wanted to make a video of like my 2024 goals, but I never ended up making it because like I one forget about the things I want to do, and then two, I just get really overwhelmed and stressed with life, and like even doing simple things is like extremely difficult. But to jump in today's conversation, I've been watching my old video diaries from like a year ago, 10 months ago, that Outliving My Diagnosis video series. And it's just so weird watching myself back, and like it's so validating to know that like I not only can see the growth that I've like made since like I've made certain videos, and two, just like the validation and reassurance that like I have struggled in the past and it's not all made up and it's not all just in my head. You know, I wasn't just faking it, like I really was struggling. And like being able to look back to memories, like because of the lack of emotional permanence, like being able to look back at me experiencing certain emotions is really like validating and really reassuring. Sorry, not to use the same adjectives, but I'm definitely going to be jumping from topic to topic, so bear with me because I have so much I'd like to talk about. So we'll see how this video ends up being. So for some of my goals this year, even though it's like literally probably January 31st already because it's 2:41 a.m. right now, but it's better late than never. But my goals are to get my van this year. I want my RV van so bad. I want to live in a van. That's all I want. That's all I want. I want my van. I want to read more. So I'm selling my TV and Xbox right now. RIP. Oh, I'm going to miss them. That's like, oh, I forgot this is my microphone. This bag is the bag with all of my Xbox stuff in it. And then there's my TV. I got the TV from Chick-fil-A while I worked there as a gift one Christmas. Like we did a raffle. And actually, no, that's a lie. I remember now. I won an Apple Watch, actually. No, I won AirPods. Something Apple. I won an Apple product. I'm pretty sure it was AirPods. And then this girl, Shayla, really nice girl, she was like, Steph, do you want to trade for the TV? Because she won the TV. And I was like, that's what I wanted. Like, I wanted the TV because I have an Xbox that I would like to play. Like, yes, I would love to trade. Thank you so much. So yeah, I got it for free and now I'm selling it because I'm also getting my wisdom tooth taken out in like 2 or 3 weeks. This side of my wisdom tooth, I've already gotten this one taken out and I think this one, but this one's now coming out. So I already have an appointment to get that taken out and I need cash for it. And right now I don't even have $1 in any of my accounts, any of my bank accounts. Like I'm so poor right now. So like, can you hear me? I'm so poor. I'm also donating plasma for the first time like in 2 weeks. So that's a little nerve wracking. But also, what is also happening in like a week, I think it's actually a week from today, is I'm turning 21. 21. Do you guys know what that means? Like I I never thought I was going to be 21. Like I didn't think I would be a human and be 21 years old ever. Like I never thought like as a 16-year-old, I know this like that's the age I always tend to like reference to, but I never thought I would make it to 21. Like I never thought that I would be this age and be legally allowed to drink and legally allowed to like check into hotels. Like thankfully my alcohol era, she's out. Like I mean, not that I don't drink, I'll still drink socially, but like I'm not the party girl. I'm not the girl that wants to get plastered every night anymore. Not a good era in my life. Mental illness does not mix with that. No thank you. But I'm really excited because I'll be able to legally smoke and I'll be able to legally have Delta products, but I don't really like Delta products that much. I do genuinely prefer flower, you know? I have so much energy in my body. I just want to shake. I have a really messed up sleep schedule right now because I've just been staying up really late and then waking up really late because I literally can't fall asleep at night and I can't wake up in the morning. It's an ADHD thing because I was sitting in bed and I couldn't fall asleep and I was like, I know that this is an ADHD thing, but I was like, let me just go ahead and get my laptop and Google it because I keep my phone on the other side of my room, but it like I was laying in bed for already like 2, 3 hours trying to go to bed, but I couldn't. Like my brain does not shut off. It doesn't shut off. Like your brain, whenever you get in bed, you're supposed to be like, okay, you're getting tired. Let's sleep. My brain, no. No, instant energy. Instant, like every single thought you could possibly ever imagine is in your head, like instantly. Anyways, though, I searched it up and yeah, it's like insomnia and like because we're lacking certain chemicals or something, I don't know. But yeah, I couldn't sleep, so I just started watching my own YouTube videos. I changed some of my thumbnails and I'm now filming this video. I've been watching my videos because whenever I watch my own content, I see the passion I have, you know, like I love doing this. I love making YouTube videos. It's just that like I get stressed because I live with someone now on the same floor as me. So like I just don't want people hearing me all the time. I'm very restricted mentally, not because where I am, I'm restricted, but mentally, I'm very restricted. Like my autism does not let me do certain things. Like I don't know how to explain it to people to where they can understand if they don't understand. But like if you have autism, I think you'd understand that like you can want to do something or tell your brain to do something and it just doesn't. Like if you need to eat, like your body is really hungry, but you don't have any food that you like are craving or wanting to eat, your body will make you starve. Like your body will make you stay in bed and not try any other food because any other food you try will be absolutely nauseating and you'll want to spit it out. And I don't even know if that correlates, but moving on. Another one of my goals is that I want to get 300 Patreon members. Don't know how I'm going to do that yet, but 300 Patreon members. And then I also want to get 200,000 followers on Instagram. I want to do my 100 analysis series on YouTube, where I'm just going to be doing like what it sounds like an analysis. It's one of my special interests. I could talk about the 100 for like fucking ever. It's one of my favorite shows ever. And I just want to do a series where I do a complete analysis of my thoughts and opinions on the show and what I took from the show and how it changed my life in like so many ways. I've watched that show so many times. It's not even funny. The last seasons are my favorite seasons. Everybody always dogs on the last seasons and they don't like the last seasons, but the last seasons are literally my favorite. So I can't wait to do the analysis series. I already have the notes for the first season, but I just haven't had the energy recently to film. Like I just took like basically a whole week off where I just let myself relax and rest, which I think it was needed, but I think it's really hard for me to admit that I need that kind of stuff because like we live in a society where like you're not allowed to do that kind of stuff. Like relaxing for like an entire week or even a couple days, like you know you should be working, you should be making money. Like what the hell? Like why are you sitting there being a lazy piece of you know? And it actually was really helpful because I have to miss it. Like I got really burnt out, but then whenever I don't do content for a while, I miss it. But if I keep forcing myself to try to work when I'm burnt out, it makes me hate it even more. And then I can't make good content. And this goes especially for labor driven jobs. But yeah, I've been really missing it. I've missed it to the point that I'm literally filming an outliving my diagnosis like video diary video. I'd say that something positive came out of the break, you know? I can't believe I'm turning 21. Guys, like I'm actually turning 21. 21. 21. Like I'm already 20 and I can't even like process that. But like 21, like I never thought that I would be I just repeat myself in these videos. Oh my god, I literally just repeat myself over and over and over again. Let me just go ahead and tell you guys everything that's going wrong with my life, okay? Right now my car is being a huge my axles have been broken for months and I've been driving with broken axles for months because I'm poor. I can't afford to have a car, but no, I can kind of ish. So I really need to get that fixed soon, but it's going to be a couple $100s. The mechanics are going to charge me like $700 when I know that like maybe I should try doing it myself. I just can't pay $500 in labor. Like I literally don't even have a single dollar in any of my bank accounts right now. It's pretty sad. Two, my wisdom tooth is growing out, which thankfully I've already kind of gotten through that crisis. I already cried about it. It's money I'm going to have to spend, but it's okay. That's life. It hasn't hurt a lot recently, but my teeth are definitely shifting really quickly. So I wear my retainer every single night. Three, I've been reading the Bible and let me tell you, this book has thrown my life around and I definitely feel like in the future I will be talking about religion and my beliefs and stuff like that more openly on my account. But right now I'm kind of just in my learning stage. I'm like at the rock bottom of ignorance right now. I just learned that Judaism is Jewish people and Christianity. So like Jewish people and Christians, this is both of their religion. This is what Jewish people believe. And then like this is what Christians believe. Jewish people, Christians. This is the New Testament. This is the Old Testament. Or at least maybe I'm wrong. Please like research this for yourself because again, I'm rock bottom ignorance right now. I have so much to learn. Okay, let's jump back to goals because I was supposed to be talking about my goals. I want to stay consistent with my podcast. So I have my podcast, Outliving My Diagnosis, which is kind of just like the podcast version of this series. This is my vlog video diary series. And then that's my podcast. Girl, I would like to go on a cruise this year if possible. I think that the cruise I went on with my mom and my sisters was so nice. I mean, the circumstances weren't perfect, but like I would love to go on a solo cruise or even with my friends, but like a solo cruise would like so hit right now. I'm going to go ahead and end this segment here because I know this video is probably going to end up being long and I don't know how many other clips I'm going to end up filming within this series yet. So, I'll see you in the next clip. Just know that I love you and I'm so happy to be back, honestly, with this series because season 2, baby. I will see you in a second. So, update, didn't sleep last night. I couldn't fall asleep. I'm so frustrated because I'm tired, like to some extent. Like I feel it in my eyes, but I can't fall asleep. And whenever I first went to bed, I went to bed at a reasonable time because I'm trying to fix my sleep schedule the right way, at least originally. And I went to bed before 11 p.m. My phone's away from me, my laptop's away, my TV's unplugged, so I don't have any distractions. And so I'm just laying in bed for 2 hours and my brain refuses to shut off and go to bed. Very, very frustrating. And now it's almost 8 in the morning and I haven't slept and I'm tired because I need sleep. Like the whole purpose of me going to bed earlier was to like be able to go to bed at a reasonable time so I could wake up at a reasonable time and start my daily routine again and try to get into like a better habit of like how I start my day. So I'm a little disappointed that today is going to end up being like a filler day. I'm not going to be able to film my podcast. I'm not going to be able to film videos. I mean, I might whenever I wake up, hopefully. I've been so consumed by stress, dude. Like my car is freaking me out. My lack of money is freaking me out. I just have a lot that I'm stressing about right now, and maybe that's why I couldn't sleep last night because I'm literally just so stressed. And like on top of the chronic stress I have because of my CPTSD, it is just so frustrating. I've said frustrating like 5 different times now, but it's frustrating. I'm gonna try to go to bed. I hope I don't wake up too late. Like, I hope I don't wake up at some BS time, like 3 p.m. or even 2 p.m. Like, I will keep you guys updated on my car situation and I will keep you guys updated on just everything. But I will see you literally in a second in the next clip. Okay, I have you guys on my fancy new little tripod thing, so if I move to a certain side, it's gonna move with me. How cool is that? It's like 2 a.m. right now. I just got back from having a movie night with my best friends, and it was just really nice. You know, I haven't hung out with like all of my best friends in a while because I have 3 childhood best friends, my best friends Sarah, Sharia, and Riley, and we all just watched Gone Girl tonight because Riley and I watched American Nightmare on Netflix, and then she was like, we have to watch Gone Girl, and then okay, let's make it a girls' night, you know? But it was really nice seeing them and being able to chill and just watch a movie and just like enjoy life for a little bit, you know? I am tired. I already took my vitamins, my melatonin. I'm shaking because I'm literally so cold, but also like whenever I get cold, there's like a surge of energy that goes into my like body. So I just like can't stop like shaking and stimming. It's like a whole thing. I'm still trying to find a buyer for my TV here. Move with me, move with me. I'm trying to sell my TV and Xbox like I mentioned previously in the video, but I haven't found a buyer yet, so we're still kind of playing the waiting game because right now I have like $0. Literally, it's actually so embarrassing, guys. Like, I have no money. And this is like really scary because I also just realized that a payment is coming out of my account today for my Xbox Live, which I ended up canceling because I haven't been using it and it's just like a waste of $10. But it says the payment is pending, so we'll see if I go into the negative or not because I canceled the payment, but it still says pending for this month, even though it says the last day should be on January 31st, 2024, today or yesterday. But we'll see what ends up happening. I already texted my sister to see if she can front me $10 just so like if I go in the negative, I don't have to deal with like $40 because I have nothing to put in my like I have never been like, well, not ever, but it's been a really long time since I've been in this like crippling of a financial situation, and I'm making so much money this month. I'm making $2,000 this month from social media, which is one of the most I've ever made on social media. I'm just really excited because it's a lot of money, and thankfully I'm getting it now, so that way however many dollars my taxes are, I'm able to pay it. And hopefully my cousin is able to get me a bunch of tax breaks because again, like I'm really poor. So like he said, I think you're poor enough to get a bunch of tax breaks. And I'm like, yeah, I promise you I am. We're like moving like crazy, girl. We're moving like crazy. So I'm very thankful for all the money I'm going to be getting this month. It's just so stressful right now in this time of my life because I just don't have any money and I have to wait till payday, and I have my wisdom tooth removal and a couple bills coming out, hence the one today. So I've just been really stressing about money and I haven't been able to sleep. Like I've just been so so stressed. Also tonight, my breathing has just been so bad. It always feels like there's liquid in my lungs. Like it feels like there's always liquid, and tonight it was just so bad. I felt like I couldn't get in a deep breath. It still kind of feels this way. I took a mullein leaf tablet because I'm trying to do like a lung detox. Like I haven't been smoking and stuff like that because I've been having like really bad lung problems. So I'm thinking maybe the mullein helped a little bit because I'm able to breathe a lot better right now. So I am going to confidently say I think it did help, but it's still like kind of there a little bit. Hopefully one day I can afford to go to a doctor and check it out, but that day is not today. If I die in the meantime, at least as of right now, my beliefs is that we are a divine consciousness that, oh girl, I believe that we're like a divine consciousness, like we are a part of God. I believe that like the universe is all one, like we're all one, and whenever we die, we go back into the consciousness, we remember everything, we do a life review. But that might change the more I learn, the more I look into religions. I don't think I'll ever go into religion because I don't believe in organized religion, but my beliefs are obviously going to change throughout time, and I'm only 20. But if I die because of my lungs or because of having some kind of failure in my body, which I really wouldn't be surprised if I do, I'd be pretty content with it. I'd be like, oh, girl, take me. I'm about to go see God. Like, I'm really hoping that tomorrow I'm not gonna stress too much, but I can't control it. Like, I don't know how to explain to people, like, I just can't control how much I stress. Like, I stress so much about like every single little thing, even if it's out of my control. Like, I can know it's out of my control, and like, I obviously remind myself so that way I can try to fix it. But it's like, everything in my financial situation right now is so out of my control, but it's like I stay up at night thinking about like, okay, how can I make money? Like, who do I have to sleep with? Like, what do I have to do? Like, I need money right now because like I am broke right now. Sometimes I'll be in like a decent financial situation and I'll have a couple $100 and then I'll still be stressing about money. But like right now, like because I have like no cash, no money in my bank account, I'm like stressing. I'll be rich by the end of the month, but before then I'm stressed. So I'm really hoping I can sell my TV and my Xbox tomorrow. I've been avoiding driving my car because my axle is just so messed up. It's been broken for 3 months. So my friend Ivy and I are going to fix my axle once I have the money to buy the parts. So it just feels like one thing after another. I'm just waiting for everything in my life for money right now. So that's the update currently. Nothing too exciting, just a bunch of stress and just financial shit. Super happy I was able to spend time with my best friends tonight, just talk with them, and like just all of us being together. Like it's so rare that all four of us are together, and tonight we just like casually had a hangout because we all just were in the cul-de-sac, you know. So it was really really nice, and those are the moments where you just like sit and realize like this is what life is about, you know, like literally just hanging out with the people that you love and the people that you want in your life and that you feel fulfilled by. So it was really nice. I'm gonna go to bed, try to fall asleep because it's like 2 a.m. I've already taken my melatonin and all of my vitamins because I'm trying to be consistent with my vitamins. But you know how it is with like being clinically unstable. I'll get back on track with my life and then it's gonna fall apart again. But I can't control that. So I'm just gonna stay intact as long as I can. And then whenever I inevitably fall apart, which I'm not trying to be pessimistic, it's just like I have to be realistic with myself. I just have to like hold myself accountable to the best I can for as long as I can. So that's my goal. Fingers crossed I wake up at a decent time. Hopefully I'm able to make videos tomorrow. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next clip. So my best friends and I are going to the Pocket today because she has land with her family and we're gonna go make fires and burn everything down. Where's your land?
Well, it's not mine, but it's still mine.
I think I live on the land. We're gonna have a fun day today and we're gonna make hot dogs over the fire and probably a couple other things, and I'll make a video then too. Do you want to say something motivational? Oh. Do you want to say something motivational?
Cupcakes or cookies?
No.
No? Hey,
All right,
I have something motivational. Your mom. I was gonna say your mom's a hoe.
It's so rude, you guys. I can't associate myself with this behavior. Okay, we'll be back shortly. It's getting real close.
Just make sure his head stays low. He might just be curious.
Probably like they're right there. If they knock down the fire,
He might be nice.
if I catch your death on camera, Riley, I'm gonna kill you.
Oh my lord. I'm so scared. Oh, you're the nice one. Aww.
Aww.
Wait, I can pet it?
Yeah. Riley's building a fire. She's killing it.
believe in you, Riley.
Come on, Riley. So I woke up feeling like really hungover, even though I haven't smoked in weeks and I haven't drank in months. So I don't know what that's about. I think it might be because I haven't been able to fall asleep recently and I've been staying up really late. So basically, I'll be trying to go to bed from like 11 to 2 a.m., maybe even 3 a.m. And then eventually I just give up because it's like my brain won't shut off. Like my brain won't turn off. Like, how do you, like, how frustrating is that? Like, whenever you just can't fall asleep, it's not because you're on your phone or you're watching TV. Like, you're laying in bed just staring at the ceiling for hours. So that's just been happening a lot recently. And then eventually I just give in because at that point it's like I can't do this anymore. So I just start watching YouTube and I put on some of my special interests. I feel like my brain is all weird right now because of my whack sleep schedule and all that stuff. It might be a mixed episode. I'm not sure. My moods have just been so irregular recently. Like yesterday I got out of the house and I did things. It was great. And like today I feel like I'm just stuck back in bed and I can't like do anything. It's like I have my to-do list where I want to wake up, I want to go for my walk, I want to do my makeup, make videos, film my podcast. I didn't film my podcast last week because I felt really down and I gave myself a week to rest and relax, to kind of unstress, to kind of give myself a break. And it's like that break hasn't stopped yet. And it's like I was supposed to stop like almost a week ago. So now it's almost been 2 weeks that I've been like on a break and I just don't know what to think because a part of me is like, okay, you're just so lazy. Like you need to like have more discipline. Like you need to push yourself to do more. Like you just lay in bed all day like watching YouTube or on your phone or getting some things done. It's not like I just do nothing, but like another part of me is like, well, I've also been experiencing this my entire life. Like I can't do things. Like my brain doesn't work and it's extremely frustrating and it takes a lot of energy and brain power to just do mundane tasks. So I really want to get back into my content, but like things have been so stressing recently and I'm so broke right now. I'm so broke. So that's been really stressful. And my birthday's coming up, and now I feel really guilty because I feel like my friends are going to have to pay for my birthday because I don't have any money. And it's like I'm about to get paid, but that's not for another couple weeks. I'm getting my wisdom tooth taken out in like a week and a couple days, and it's going to be like $325. And I just don't have it. And it's like I put a bunch of my stuff on Facebook Marketplace. I have 100 books. I'm selling like 50 of them. I'm selling my TV, my Xbox. Like I'm selling everything I can to try to make money. And it's like Facebook Marketplace is completely shadowing me and none of my things are being shown at all. Like all of them are just 0 views on the listings. And I'm like, I'm just really stressed. And I don't know if like the stress makes my like neurodivergence worse or something. And then I might be like bipolar. So I could be like depressed or I could be having a mixed episode or I don't know. I just like maybe I'm not in an episode at all. I'm also really hungry, but I also just don't have money to go spend on food. And I have like some noodles and I might make those because I had some last night and they were pretty good. Like everything is just really overwhelming, and I think my body is just shutting down like it always does the second it has like an inconvenience. And it's like, no, I need you to be like a functioning human being because I'm expected to be a functioning human being who has to take care of herself. Like, get your shit together. It's like all I want to do is just give in to my brain and just like relax and just give in and be lazy and do nothing and miss another week of my podcast. So that's 2 weeks I haven't posted. Like on social media and all of this, the career that I want, my dream career, the biggest thing is consistency. The biggest key points is stability and consistency. And it's like I can't even do that. I can't stay consistent because I get really depressed and then I can't do anything, or I get really manic and I post like 20 videos a day. It's like there's no in between, and it's like extremely frustrating because every single time I talk to my family, especially about finances, I'm always being told to get like a normal job. I don't want to cry. I'm always being told, maybe you should get like a temporary job. Maybe you need to get a new job like every single time. And I don't know like how to explain to them. And even myself, like, I don't even know if I should justify it anymore. Like, every time I get a job, it like completely burns me out. And then it triggers an episode. And it's like, I basically would only be having a job for like a month. And then it inevitably ends. I don't even want to do the work of like getting a whole new job, excelling at that job, meeting a bunch of new people. Then suddenly I just can't handle it anymore, and my body just starts shutting down, and then I have episodes, and I just feel like in my head I've convinced myself that once I have an RV and once I have my own place to live without somebody else controlling my living situation, without having to live with other people, I'm in charge of myself, I own the place I live, so I don't have to worry about like an absurd amount of rent or something. I feel like my life problems are just going to get better because then I can relax whenever I need to, because right now I need to work really hard to get out of where I live because I don't want to live in my best friend's house forever. Like I can't live here forever. And I'm very thankful for this opportunity, but I can't do it for much longer. So I've just been like trying to make as much money as I can, but then it's like I can't make enough, or then obviously life happens and then you have to pay for your car and like all this stuff. I'm like $1,000 in debt to my friend Mick, and then I also had to just borrow $50 from my best friend Sharia because I needed to finish buying the part for my car, which debt is like my biggest fear, but now it's just like, well, that is what it is. Like, fuck that. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, if my friends hadn't lended me all of that money, especially my friend Mick, who lent me like $1,000, like, I would have fallen apart. I would have, because if I lose my car, I lose my life. Like, that car is all I have. Like, that car is all I fucking have. And if I lose it, then it's the end of the world, basically. But now it's like I have like all this money hanging over my head, and I just like, and then I'm struggling with all these things I can't control. And how many times do you have to experience something that you can't control in order to come to terms with the fact that you can't control it? I don't know if I'm being lazy or not. Like, there's this saying where it's like if you were being lazy, you would be having fun. And I'm not having fun. I can't even brush my teeth. Like, I can't do anything. I've always been horrible of taking care of myself, and I do the best I can, but sometimes it's harder than others, and all I need to do right now is work. I need to make silly videos on the internet. That's all I do, silly videos on the internet, and I can't even do that. And that's what makes me feel like so incapable of anything. Like, I really want to stay consistent with my podcast. I love my podcast. I want to stay consistent with my account because the longer I'm inconsistent, the more I lose the traction. It also just makes me so mad because I just want so little. Like, I want so little out of life because I've just gone through so much. I just want so little. Maybe that's the problem. I need more of an abundance mindset. I need to be like other people and just manifest a whole lot of more money than I need. And then I'll get it and I'll be fine. But I just want so little, and it feels like there are people I have to watch get so much for doing so little, not having to work for it, not having to do anything. And this is just my jealousy, envy talking. I'm not saying that to them. This is a me problem. But you watch all these people have such easy lives. Like, what they make in a month is what I make in a year. And if I had what they made in a month, I could just completely support myself for the entire year. And then I just don't understand how some people complain, which again, like, I don't understand because it's not my life to understand, it's theirs. I just don't understand how someone could have so much money and still be struggling financially. It's like, just stop buying all those fancy things. Stop buying all those things you don't need. Like, you could literally just buy a place to live and like be set, and then have all the rest of the money you get to save and then do all that stuff. Like, I'm just being like petty or like envious right now. It's just like I'm kind of just voicing how it feels. It's just frustrating. I'm gonna continue to work hard the best I can and do the best I can just in general. I just get really overwhelmed really easily, and it just feels like I can't do anything that everybody else can do. Like, I can understand concepts, I can be smart, but like that doesn't get me anywhere if I can't make money off of it. I remember whenever I had like my first sugar daddy, and it was like my first time getting into like, and he showed me how much he makes in a week. He showed me how much he made in a week, and I was like, that's what I make in a year. Like, that's crazy. And he was talking to me about how, oh, you can't even live off of $100,000 anymore. Like, it's not even that. And I was just like, if I had $100,000, I wouldn't have to work for like 7 years. Like, are you serious? Like, what? I just don't think people can comprehend a lifestyle without all of the privileges in this world. Now, okay, let me shut up because now I'm getting condescending. Because no, I don't know better than others, and I just sometimes really wish I had, like, what other people's had. But I know I'm on this journey for a reason. Like, I know I have the challenges I have for a reason. I'm learning the lessons I'm gonna learn for a reason, you know? It's just sometimes it's a lot harder than others. I just really don't know if I should have more compassion for myself or more discipline, and like dialectically thinking both, obviously. But like, whenever I think about discipline, it just feels like I really don't understand if I'm lacking discipline or I just don't have the ability to do it because I don't want to be like this. Like, I I wouldn't do so little if I could do more. I want to work. I love to work. I love to pour my heart into work. It just feels like sometimes I don't even have the mental capability to do it. Like, your brain basically runs off of like neurons, chemicals, all these different things, right? And it feels like my brain quite literally doesn't feed me the things it's supposed to. What am I supposed to do then? Like, whenever I go to bed, I just can't fall asleep. It's not because I don't want to go to bed. I'm distracting myself. I keep my phone across the room. My laptop's on the other side of my bed. I'm literally just closing my eyes and my brain doesn't shut off. Like, I can't control it. And it's so frustrating. I feel like I'm just so out of control of everything. And I still try to make the best out of it. I don't want to be pessimistic, like mindset I can control, my brain chemicals I can't. So I try to just be optimistic and keep fighting and keep trying, but some days it's just so exhausting because you're expected to be a fully functioning person who can take care of themselves, and then people want you to get a job on top of the fact that I can't even function without a labor-based job. If I get a labor based job, then this is going to make my entire situation a lot worse, and it'll probably drill me into more of a depressive episode or a manic episode because I don't even know if I'm in a depressive episode. I was not expecting this to end in a breakdown. My bad. I just feel really guilty. I feel shameful. These emotions that I like because I just know that I need to do my podcast. I know I just need to suck it up and get it done. Like, I need to just push myself to do it. Like, the only thing I'm really thinking about right now is like, how do you accept something that like you can't? How do I accept that I can't function very well when I need to function? Like I don't have a choice. Like, I need to. Like, I have to take care of myself. I have to like make as much money as I can. Like, I have to do this because I'm a human being who like has to take care of herself. So how do you accept something that's like, oh well, you can't function most times? Like, your brain just doesn't work that well and you can't control it. It's out of your control completely. Like, how do you accept something like that when you just can't? Like, you can't. I can't. Like, I feel like I always run in circles and I come back to this place right here where I'm invalidating myself or I'm gaslighting myself or I'm confused because like I can't accept it. Yes, talk about radical acceptance. I need to radically accept that I'm bipolar, that I have all these fucking issues. But like, I can't. Like, it's not okay for me to do that. I feel like if I accept it, then I won't push myself. Like, I won't push myself to burn myself out as much anymore because that's the only way I'm able to take care of myself. And I feel like if I accept it, then I'm gonna like have more compassion for myself, have more understanding, and I'll do less work so I feel less chronically stressed and overwhelmed. But then I can't take care of myself. I feel like it's actually been a while since I cried. I can't remember the last time I cried. I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't wanting to cry because now my brain's telling me that I just should relax all day and just try to like get myself to calm down, and I just need to like recoup and just try to have a better day tomorrow. But it's always tomorrow. Let's try to have a better day tomorrow because every single day is like the same. And then I try again tomorrow, even though the circumstances can't change. So why do I think the results are going to change? And I haven't been going live. I haven't been making my podcast. I haven't been making my videos. Like, if I've been like this since I was a child, how could this possibly be my fault? Like, how could it possibly be just me being lazy? Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, you can write that off as part of it. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm aware that, like, sometimes I can be lazy. But, like, I've been like this since I was a kid. Like, there's literally no logical way for me to justify like gaslighting myself into thinking it's not. Unless obviously to take care of myself, hence the whole crying thing that just happened. I'm definitely gonna cry editing this. I always watch back my Outliving My Diagnosis video diaries and cry because it's so validating. Like, I'll rewatch myself struggling and I'm like, oh, like I'm not making it up. Like, what? I don't know. I guess I'll be lazy today because I really just don't have the energy to fight it, honestly. I'm gonna make noodles and I'm gonna binge the Y files and near death experiences because those are my hyperfixations right now, which I think that's why I can't sleep though, because whenever you have a special interest, like, your brain, all it wants to do is learn. Like, recently all I've wanted to do is learn. I can't make videos and learn, so I don't know. I hope that if someone sees this video one day, because nobody really watches these, which again, these are for me, I don't really anticipate people watching these, but if someone in the future watches this, I hope it helps. I hope you know you're not alone. This shit is like really,
really lonely because not a lot of people understand, and most times we ourselves don't even understand. I hope me posting my breakdowns on the internet is like good for something. Since I just cried, I'm not gonna have any energy to do anything today. Is that just me? Like, whenever you cry, like, that's instantly like you're done for the day. Like, your body is instantly drained of every single like miniature molecule of energy. I don't know if it's a molecule. What the fuck is energy? So I'm definitely calling it a day, even though I haven't done anything today. I woke up a couple hours ago. My life is so comical. What a lazy piece of shit. I basically just spent my day listing all of my books on Facebook Marketplace. I was like dreading it the entire time. I was like, I don't have the energy for this, but I need to get it done. Like, I know I can make money if I do this. Like, I was like, push through, and I got them all done. I listed all 50 of them and the categories and everything. That's it. That's my work day, guys. That's like, that's all I'm capable of. Anyways, I appreciate anybody who's been listening to this. I don't know if this is going to be the last clip or not of this week's episode. I'm going to make some noodles and get some food because I'm hungry. I'm really, really hungry. I will see you in a second. It's me again. So I'm feeling a lot better now. I've been watching a lot of NDEs. It's just like a hyperfixation of mine now to just watch all of these. Again, I can't like know who's real and who's not, who's telling the truth, who's false, but they actually bring a lot of comfort to me because I actually see a lot of truth in a lot of what people are saying in these videos because I believed in a lot of these things that people are saying from their own personal experiences of their near-death experiences or their spiritual experiences. So it kind of like validates a lot of my personal beliefs and it kind of has been solidifying them a little bit more, even though they're still malleable. Like, I don't see myself ever becoming so like 100% sure because I think the purpose of Earth is us being here, being ignorant. Like, our purpose is to forget everything and be at the rock bottom ignorance and work our way back up and like kind of see where we go, who we become, like all that kind of stuff. But just for a second, aside from the skepticism, I kind of just wanted to talk about my beliefs real quick and like what I think the world is. I think we're transitioning now into a new stage of human evolution where we are no longer accepting those old things. People think that the past is in the past, the time of slavery and all that kind of stuff is done. It's not done. We are still in it. A lot of people are waking up nowadays, though, and fighting against all these injustices, and we're kind of splitting apart. At least I live in America, so the United States. I'm seeing patterns of just complete separation. Everything has been turned into black and white because I have something called borderline personality disorder. I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you know that about me. But a symptom of BPD is black and white thinking. And so I had to work really hard, and I still am every single day to try to make sure that I'm not thinking in such a black and white way that I used to in the past. But now something I'm noticing is that the world, or no, the country, or at least from what I'm seeing through the patterns, they think in very heavy black and white. It's not a mental illness symptom anymore. It's a symptom of our human experience right now. I think that we're going to be completely separated, that there are going to be people who want to stay in the old world. The people who want to stay in the old world, they'll still use the Bible as a guide in 2024 or whatever year it'll be in the future. They stand by the Constitution of the United States that was made way longer ago, and it should not be used nowadays anymore. Like, it needs to be updated. Like, we're going to see a lot of separation between people who want to stay in the old world, the Bible, the Constitution, the way things have always been, the harm, the pain, the discrimination, the hierarchy, the I'm more rich than you and you deserve to be poor because I worked for my billions of dollars. And I think we're transitioning to a more spirituality based where we're having people waking up and being enlightened and realizing this is not okay and fighting against the system and standing up for what they believe, not wanting to stay ignorant. People who are like, not, no offense, but people who want to continue living by the Bible and continue living by the Constitution because they think, hurrah, we deserve our guns, they're going to get left behind because they don't want to evolve as humans to grow out of our old behaviors and our harmful behaviors. Again, I'm not saying I'm right. These are just my theories that I'm currently living by right now. I think that we are a collective consciousness. I think we are one with God. I think that it's been heavily misconstrued on. I'm a very disbeliever of religion. I personally feel like religion is actually doing more harm than good. I don't believe in religion, but that's my beliefs. Again, like, just because I don't believe in religion doesn't mean people can't have their religions. It's just a personal journey. It's a personal opinion of mine. I personally think that religions can do a lot more harm than good, at least in these new coming ages, especially because you can love people and be kind and have community without religion. And I think people don't have that concept where they think the only way to have morals, love, community is by religion, but that's not true. But they've been raised to think that way. I think that I struggle a lot and I've gone through a lot because I'm meant to do a lot. I think I'm meant to help a lot of people. I think I'm meant to open a lot of people's eyes. I think I'm meant to educate myself and learn and be open minded and have mendable or at least malleable beliefs, in the sense of I'm not just open minded beliefs. Let me say it like that, open minded. I'm very open minded because I don't want to be closed minded. I don't want to live my life in fear. I don't want to live my life in, oh, if I'm proven wrong, it's the end of the world. I actively want to be proven wrong. I think being proven wrong is the only way that you'll ever learn. And if you are so scared of being proven wrong, then you're never going to learn. Not to say I never defend myself whenever I might be wrong. Obviously, it's the learning process, but I do openly welcome it. So yeah, to kind of conclude what my beliefs are right now, not a huge fan of religion. I think it does more harm than good for like a lot of different areas, but it can do good, but it does more bad than good. I think that we're going into the new world where there is a lot of evil and harm in the world that people want to stay in because they've been taught to think that's how the world is supposed to be. This is how life is. You have to accept it, you know? I think that they want to stay in the olden times and they're going to stay there. You know, we're all going to continue moving forward, but they're going to stay there in the past and they're going to live their life because it's their life to live. I can't tell them how to live their life. I think the new world is coming and we are opening up to a new perspective of life and a new perspective of how we can live and how we can be kinder, how we can be better, and how we can learn and how to be spiritual and all this kind of stuff. I believe that we are a divine collective consciousness to give to the collective. I think that God is with us. I think that Jesus was a real man. He's like the Holy Spirit and stuff like that. But like, I think that all religions are kind of like based off of the same idea of like the same God. It's just man, us man, we can't consciously understand a lot of this stuff. We take our own perceptions as reality. We take our own perceptions as the truth instead of searching for the truth and actively researching different subjects, looking at the opposing argument, everything. We only take our own perception of what we believe and then kind of take it as truth and leave it at that. But yeah, I think I'm just like rambling at this point. I just kind of wanted like to say this because this is like something that has brought me a lot of peace. I feel like I've never in my life really had a relationship with God. I've never really believed in God, but like I believe in God more now than I ever have. It's just not the God that you're taught to believe. It's not the God that is preached in these churches that are very hypocritical and very judgmental. I think something I've been struggling with a lot, especially whenever I first started reading the Bible, because if you saw the beginning videos of my Bible series, I was shocked. I was not expecting the Bible to be that bad. I was not expecting it to be that bad. And I was so shocked. My videos were a lot more judgmental than I would have liked them to be. I was a little bit more, I wouldn't say hateful, but I was just very like shocked. I was like, there's no way this is allowed in society still. Like this Old Testament, everything, like it's a history book. This is not like it's literally just a history book or it's just religious text and like, oh, I don't know. I haven't even finished reading it and I want to continue reading it so bad, but I've just been so kind of like stressed recently. I haven't been doing much, so I haven't been reading. But right now I'm about to start Joshua. I've only read a little bit, like this future Steph watching this is where you're at right now because I'm very ignorant. Not, no, no, no. I need to stop using the word ignorant because I think ignorance is whenever you purposely ignore something for your own bliss, because that's why ignorance is bliss. You ignore the things happening in the world so that way you can live in peace and others suffer because of your ignorance. I don't agree with that. That's literally like my biggest pet peeves. If you guys could ask any of my friends, like the one thing that I care the most about is awareness. Like I want to be as aware as I can. Like I want to be as self-aware as I can be. I want to be as conscious as I can be because I know the effect of how your actions can come off to other people and how they can hurt other people, especially when you're unaware of it. So I've just worked really hard to try to be as conscious and aware as I can be. But yeah, that shit shocked me. The Bible, it was just like crazy. I was like, there's no way this is like what people preach and like this is the God that people like admire. I think God in the Bible is completely man-made for the most part. Like that's just my opinion though. Please don't like witch hunt me. Like I don't know. Again, I haven't even finished it, so that opinion right there is probably going to be a very mendable one that might change in the future. Again, I could be wrong. I've been talking to God a lot more recently because again, I'm like still learning all this kind of stuff. I can't sit here with 100% certainty and tell you like what is true and what I think and believe is to be true. But I do talk to God a lot more now recently, and God knows me like in the way my beliefs are. Girl, like He knows that I'm not someone who can just go off of complete like blind faith, you know, and stand here telling you it is true. What I believe is true. You can't prove me wrong. I will never, never be like that. And if I ever do, send me back to him, okay? He needs to have a talk with me. Not that there's a problem with blind faith, because again, if you're doing it for yourself and you're not hurting anybody else, I don't think there's a problem with that. That's just not how I want to live my life, because I think a lot of people who live by purely blind faith with like 100% certainty and then they push it onto other people can be extremely harmful, because I think that, again, beliefs in spirituality is an individual experience. What you choose to believe is what you believe. It's not what is meant for other people to believe unless they consciously decide to believe that without you instilling fear in them to believe it. This is also hard because, like, I'm not a very big faith person, but I am having a little bit of faith, but I'm not like a very big faith person. I do like facts and like research and all that kind of stuff and science. So, like, talking in like a vocabulary of faith is like so strange and new to me. I think it's also the fear of like how other people will perceive it. Like, so many different people have different beliefs. Someone could be watching this being like, oh my God, you're completely disrespecting my beliefs. Or someone could be getting offended by what I'm saying. I'm just rambling. I just need to shut the fuck up. I'm going to shut up now because I think I gave future Steph enough information to have a good idea of what my beliefs are right now. So that way, whenever I watch it in the future, I'm like, oh yeah, you know, I still believe that. Or, oh my God, girl, you were so wrong. Or, we still are unsure. But yeah, I will see you in the next clip. It's me again. I'm having another low. It's that BPD, literally the mood swings, but I'm starting to record again, so it's like, oh, I can't record again, but yes I can. Like, nobody can tell me I can't. Hello? I just know this video is probably gonna be a long one, but it's the first episode of season 2, so I don't know, I wouldn't explain it as like lonely. I just like miss human comfort. I miss feeling comforted by another person. Anytime I start to feel like this, and like it does have a little bit of a lonely sting to it, I start to think of my ex, my favorite person. Like, he's just like my default thought that I go to whenever it like comes to these more like negative feeling emotions. I just think to myself like what I would do just to be like hugged by someone or to be held by someone, like, to just lay down, be comfortable and have someone hold you. I remember whenever I was talking to this guy named Uriah, he's in season 1 in a couple episodes, I talk about him. I remember the first time we hung out, we had like cuddled, like I had sat on his lap in the passenger seat and he kind of just held me. And the entire time I was in his arms, I just remember thinking like, enjoy this while it lasts, you know, like enjoy this because it's the first time in a while and it's going to be the last time in a while. I just think about moments like that and I don't really realize a lot of the time how disconnected I am from community, I guess. I like to be alone, but I don't like to be alone as often as I am. But I also would rather be alone than hang out with people that make me feel unfulfilled. Like, I don't want to hang out with people who just talk about other people the entire time and talk about drama the entire time. Like, trust me, I like tea every so often. Don't get me wrong. But like, I don't want to just talk about someone I don't even know and talk about their life choices as if it affects me in any way. Like, I just want to be careful with who I surround myself with. But it gets really lonely. I live in like a deep isolation. Like, I very rarely leave my room, and when I do, I like run errands. You know, it's not like 24/7. I just made chicken nuggets and they're cooling down. These are the last of my chicken nuggets and I'm like out of food now completely. I mean, I have some jello and pudding from like couple weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago, whenever I had like a small spurt of craving for like jello and pudding, but then it fell off just as quickly, and now I have like a ton of pudding and jello in my fridge that just like the thought of eating it disgusts me. But aside from that, I don't really have much food, so I gotta go grocery shopping, and tomorrow I'm making $20 from the book series. I'm selling my 3 book series of ACOTAR, so I'll get $20 from that. I'm gonna refill my water jug. I think crying was actually really good because now I do definitely feel a lot more tired, so hopefully I'll be able to fall asleep tonight. Right now, whenever it's eras like this where it just feels like my sleep schedule is so dysregulated, I can't control my sleep. I can't control when I wake up and when I fall asleep. I'm so awake at night, but then I'm so tired in the morning. Like, I cannot wake myself up. It's like pulling up 10 pounds of bricks off of my body trying to wake myself up. But yeah, I'm missing human comfort a little bit right now. Whenever I do, I tend to just get like, one Christmas, all I asked for was like a big teddy bear, the biggest teddy bear someone could get me. And my secret Santa was my sister Vic, and she got me a teddy bear. Let me get it. This is my teddy bear. This is Bob, and I cuddle him whenever I get really lonely and I sob in his arms. Thanks, Bob. I'll probably be hanging out with Bob tonight though because I'm in a mood. I'm still watching a bunch of videos. Like, I'm still feeling okay. I just, like, I keep getting distracted by
by the thought. Like, I'm trying to learn and I'm trying to like be entertained by what I'm learning. In my head, it's like, Xavian, think about human comfort. Think about what all the things you don't have right now. And it's like, because also, I feel like I'm always the one hugging people. Like, I'm never being hugged. Like, I'm always hugging people. And I don't like to think about that either, or I'll cry. I hate having a favorite person. Like, it's literally the worst thing in the entire world. Like, you're addicted to someone who could be so horrible for you, but like your body almost like needs them. Your thoughts always go to them, and it's like, I don't want this. Like, I don't want to be obsessed with this person, but you are. I feel like I'm probably going to be so active with this series and then it's suddenly going to drop off again. It's just because whenever it gets to the editing part, editing is really bad for me. Like, ADHD, I can't sit in front of a computer and just do one thing for multiple hours at a time. It physically hurts. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it physically hurts. I feel like my brain literally starts to shut down after a while. And if I don't get it done in one session, it won't get done. Well, not always, but like, I know myself. Like, if I don't get it done that one time, it's gonna get prolonged a lot longer than it needs to be. I guess that's all for this mini video diary. I know I've already made 3 tonight, kind of. I've already made 3. I'll be back probably. Alright, so I just drove my car for the first time in a couple days, and let me tell you, it was white knuckles the entire time. I was like, don't break down, because my CV axle right now is like severely broken, and recently it's been getting worse and worse to drive on. So I was like, okay, I need to fix this. So I have the part in my room, and my friend Ivy, Joseph, and I are gonna fix my car tomorrow. So I only have to do one more 15-minute drive tomorrow with a broken car, and just hope and pray that it doesn't break down or it doesn't lose control, because that would just not be ideal in any way, shape, or form. I had so much anxiety the past hour because I was driving to Walmart to sell my books, and so once I sold them, I was like freaking out the entire time, scared my car was gonna break down or, you know, lose control. I keep thinking about all the money I need before payday, and I just don't know how I'm gonna get it, but I know it's gonna be okay. Like, I know I'm going to be okay. I'm going to get the money some way or another, because I really wanted to get for my 21st birthday to have, like, you know, I'm turning 21, I want to get high, but I don't know if I'm gonna get the money in time, so we'll figure out what ends up happening with that. And then the next big expense that I actually need is the $325 for my wisdom tooth removal. I don't know how I'm gonna get the money, even though I know I'm going to get it and I know I'm gonna be okay, but I don't know how yet. So it's like every single time I think about it, I start freaking out, because what if it doesn't? What if I don't? Like, now I'm probably going to be living off of ramen for the next few days because I can't go grocery shopping. I have no money. So yeah, we're just going to be like, I just need to wait for it to play out, keep trying to sell my things, because obviously I'm not just waiting for something to magically happen. I'm trying to make the money, but I just don't know how I'm going to do it yet. I appreciate everyone who's watched to the end of this video, whether it's 1 person, 2 persons, 3 persons, people, you know, I get it, English. But I really do appreciate you watching to the end if you did. Like, for me, these videos are for me. Like, I just love having videos to look back to just remember parts of my life, because I have really bad memory loss, and so my memory slips very easily. So I have these videos to look back to, like hour-long videos of me talking about my week, and I'll be like, oh, I remember that now, or yeah, that happened, or yeah, that's validating to hear. I know these videos are really long and it's not very attractive to see a video with like an hour long on it and it's just someone talking about their life. Like, I don't think I'm that special, but I do think I'm special for myself, so I'm interested in these kind of videos. I watch them in my free time, hello. And if you haven't already, please like the video and comment one thing that you're proud of yourself for doing this week. Like, if it's anything, like anything, just be proud of yourself for one thing in the comments down below. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and please know that you are sexy, you are valid, and you are so loved, bestie. I'll see you in the next video.
Hope you like my videos. Is there anything else I'm supposed to say as a YouTuber?